Okay, so let's get
All
right
right,
into
before we
it.
start, can I ask you a question?
Of
Just be completely
course.
honest. From the beginning, what did you think of us? Were you like one that were like, I don't really like them, or did you like or did you like believe in us?
I
Or
would say that
just
you're
be
probably
completely
among
honest,
some of my
complete transparency.
favorites. No,
Okay,
you know what? You're probably among some of my favorite cast members who have come through the franchise for
okay,
various reasons. I like the cast members who are authentic in their life. They're transparent. They show the good, the bad, the ugly, the highs and the lows. They take us through the struggles, through the arguments, through the chaos. I mean, that's what makes this show so delicious, don't you think?
exactly. Yeah, I
Mhm.
agree.
Well, wait a minute. If who are your favorite couples on the show? Like, do you watch the show?
To me, yeah, I
Who
mean,
have been your favorites?
we watch the shows that we're on, and I mean, now that I'm part of the show, I don't like to just look at the other cast members and just pass judgment on them. So I don't really, you know what I mean? But a couple that I do like personally, I think we both can agree is Louis and Melissa. And you know what I mean? They always show love. They're always so supportive. You know, I follow him on social media, so I see everything he's always posting. He's so positive. He's sober. You know, she's always working. It just it gives me
I
a
think
sense
that
of
they've came
reality
a
as
long
well.
way. They've came a long way, and I feel like in a positive way. And they've got to show that this show, we're not all just off the crazy train. You know what I mean? There's some people who are really down to earth, who really do find love, and who really want to work at it. And I just feel like they're an extremely positive couple, and
Because
I like them.
Louis backs up what I'm doing. You see, because everyone else, they're back in jail, they're cheating on their women, they're doing this, they're doing that. So we're already going in with this negative notion that we're just pieces of shit. No offense. So when you find guys who are driven, motivated, and determined, then they show something different. They show you a different light. So we're not all just the same. You know what I mean?
You know, over the years, I've had the pleasure to speak to cast members of the franchise, and I like to always ask them, how did you even get involved in the show? How did the network find you and convince you to join this franchise?
Well, I honestly, I just put in the application. Like one day, he gave me the green light to try. I had never watched the show before or anything like that. Someone had kind of told him about the show, and it got back to me. And I put in the application, and the next day they had called me, and it was running from there. And that was 3 years ago.
You know, after everything you've both went through last year, how does it feel to be back? And as parents of nine, no less.
I feel like it's nice because I haven't not been on the show in so many seasons where I'm not pregnant. So I feel like it's going to be good. It's going to show the viewers a different side to me, more getting back to myself and trying to see who I am without, just the mother label. I feel like it is extremely hard when you have this many kids. Everything's a juggling act, but I feel like we do all right. You know what I mean? I feel like we're just like any other parents that would have that many kids. You know what I
Do
mean?
you see that? Do you see those rays? That comes
Yeah.
from kids.
Yep, right. Justine, we hear you have a big dream for a stunning Indian wedding this season, right? So what inspired this idea? And Michael, you know, you can chime in. What was your reaction to this vision of her dream Indian wedding?
I feel like it was definitely deriving from his cultural background. And I know that his mother has expressed that that's something that his grandmother would really appreciate. And it's just like something big. So I definitely wanted to tap into that. And obviously, everyone already knows like I like things larger than life. You know what I mean? Like that's just how I am. That's never going to change. So if I'm going to do it, it's going to be over the top for sure.
And Mike, what do you think of this? Are you honored that she wants to have to celebrate your culture via a wedding?
Yeah, I'm definitely honored because it just shows her selflessness to not really care about any American traditions or anything. She just wanted to jump ship and come and do a 7 day wedding because I mean that's kind of like what it is. And it's I appreciate it because not a lot of people um take the time to even learn their partner's cultures. Like you'll say, "Hey, I'm dating this Haitian guy," but that's all you know. Like once in a while he cooks Haitian food, but like Justine goes in depth to like learn about the culture, learn about the food, learn about this, learn about that, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? So I'm excited that she wants a big Indian wedding. Actually, I mean, I've always liked the idea of wearing like what they wear. I've never wore it. You know what I mean? My family, they all get married. They do the 7 day weddings. They wear the costumes. They do it nice. So I would love to have that with my wife, honestly.
Right on. Now, let me ask you something, sir. You've had fans have witnessed, a very interesting journey,
Yeah.
from incarceration to fatherhood, and now as we just discussed this wedding. What's been most surprising or what's been the most surprising or emotional part of this next chapter for you, sir?
What I think about the next chapter in this new season is we're a little more transparent. Because when we started, we're doing the whole covering the mic, don't say too much, because society also has a way of judging people when they don't know. So it's easier for me to tell someone that I confide in about something I'm going through than a bunch of strangers who are going to just judge me. You know what I mean? With no idea or no experience of my circumstance. So I think this season we just pulled back the curtains a bit and we just said, you know what? It is what it is. I mean, we've dealt with the criticism. We've learned how to, just ignore shit from people who don't know what they're saying. And I think to get that sense of relatableness, you need to be a little more transparent because everything isn't perfect. And we constantly, we look at social media and we're deceived by what we look at as perfection when that camera's not rolling. You don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? So it's easy for me to do something 100 times and get it right than just do it once with three people filming and, wonder if they're going to cut it up the right way or are they going to twist my words or what's going to happen. You know what I mean? And so I think this season we pull back the curtains a bit and Justine's a little more vulnerable. I'm a little more vulnerable and we I think we gave them more, no?
I think so. I do think so. I think like right out the gate last season, right away, it started with the new pregnancy. And I knew everybody was going to be coming for me. She had a hard pregnancy last time. She's this, she's that. Like, really just take me down, which they did. But I knew that it was a journey that I really wanted to be on. It was something that we had talked about for a really long time. So I was going for it anyway. I think I got a lot of criticism. I think it hurt me a lot when people kind of tried to twist the situation with me and my daughter as far as her being somebody I'd want to step up for my kids. They twisted it and made it like the viewer made it be more of, oh, she doesn't care. She's just throwing responsibility on her child. But anybody that really knows me knows Justine really doesn't have any other choice. I don't have any other choice for my children. It is my daughter. It's been me and my daughter since I was a teenager, and she's been the only consistent person in my boy's life. So it's one of those crappy decisions regardless type things. So I feel like I got a lot of criticism for that. And I feel like it was really hard for me to remain strong as a mom with a lot of the criticism. And then, on the flip side, you get to see something like the finale, which they pulled together some amazing moments over the seasons and put that in the package, before I had the baby. And just stuff like giving those huge moments, like having your children on television, it gives you something to look back on forever. And it's such a sweet moment. And, you know, it gave me a lot of reality too to the relationship with me and my mom. I got to see what she was saying when I wasn't around, and that gave me a lot of perspective, and it hurt, but I think I needed to see some of those things.
Honestly, before I started the show, I had a following with music, right? So I already had kind of people kind of tuned in on what I had going on. So once I got on the show, all it did was heighten that. So I had people who already really, really knew me, supporting me, and then all the new people who were coming, from the show. I think we got more love than anything. We got a lot of support. We got a lot, keep going. A lot of people confide in us and they write us these paragraphs of like, we need advice. We need you guys, you know what I mean? This, that. And I'm honored by that because, I come from the hood. I sold drugs. Like, and people want to hear what I got to say. They want to hear my advice. Like, I'm the last person to take advice from. But I guess they're seeing the growth and it just reassures me that I'm on the right path. You know what I mean? I've gotten a few people that have said some mean stuff, but I mean that's with anything. You know, they talk crap about Jesus, they're gonna talk crap about you. Like,
Exactly.
you know what I
Exactly.
mean? So at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's like you're never gonna appeal to everyone, and if you do, then you're just fake. Because there's
Right.
no way. I think Justine and I are the most relatable couple on the show. I think that because we give them the truth every time they come film. You know what I mean? Even though we've held back on certain things that were personal to us, we've given them stuff that we've been through. You know, it hasn't been orchestrated or it hasn't. It's like, look, this is what we're going through. Let's just talk about it. Like, you know, our kid has autism. That's something that a lot of people don't want to say. He shouldn't even been on the show, to be honest, because all that did was create problems for him at school. People saying stuff to us. But then on the flip side, we had a lot of organizations reach out to us. We had a lot of people that had autistic kids reach out to us for advice, giving us advice. You know, I mean, it's.
Can I interject right
Yeah,
there?
good.
When it comes to that situation, because I have got a lot of mixed reviews as far as that goes, my son can struggle, but he is my son and he is my family. So no matter what people want to twist it, take it, he's going to be a part of anything that involves our family. You know what I mean? So it's the truth. It's the truth. And you know what? I've realized though it can be sticky and it can be hard, there's a lot of families that go through exactly what I've been going through privately for a very long time. So now that I've kind of opened the door on that, and though he has caught some backlash at school, I try to remind him that he now has a platform and we can help other kids. So that's kind of where we're at with it now.
Very good. Yeah, that's one good thing that can come out of reality shows, right? Because sometimes the press and the backlash can be quite negative. But if something positive can come out of highlighting your family and some of the challenges that other families can resonate with, that's always a plus, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So now let's talk about finances because this season teases that money might become a roadblock. So without giving too much away, what can fans expect when dreams meet budget reality?
One word.
That budget reality.
Uh, roller coaster. That's it. Just, I mean, it's hard. We have 9 kids. We have one in college. We have another one going to college. We have 2 newborns. You know what I mean? It's like it's hard.
I'm
A
sorry,
lot of
but
money. A
in
lot of
this
money.
day, in this time with the economy, with everything, if you're not a Kardashian, 9 kids is gonna be hard for you. It doesn't
I
matter.
mean, eggs
You
at
know
a
what I
point
mean?
were like $13 for a dozen. No, we
Yeah,
were
it
paying
was
like
it
eight
was
dollars a gallon of
crazy.
milk. It was crazy, and I was like, "Yo, we need 2 gallons of milk. Like that's $16."
It's like it's just one of those things, but I feel like we juggle pretty well. I do feel like we juggle pretty well, and I feel like, you know, I was a single mom forever. And any single mom knows that you could take a dime and make that thing stretch. So we make it work.
I mean, having one kid is a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, one kid, I should say, not one kid. Having one kid is a struggle, so I can only imagine what nine is like.
McDonald's is like
Um,
$100. We pull up, we spend $100 in McDonald's. Like I'm like,
right?
it's supposed to be like $50, $20. Like it's crazy. You know, inflation don't help the fact that we have an inflated family. Like it's
Yeah.
just, you know.
Yeah. How has the support or the pressure from fans and the public shaped your relationship with Mike?
I feel like I'm known for always putting him first and always putting the relationship first. Um, First of all, I can be in a store. It's happened many a times, and someone makes a rude comment. That don't do that here. Like I'm not that girl. So I feel like as long as you always continue to put the relationship first, there's nothing that an outsider can tell me because at the end of the day, I know where my heart is. I know where my feelings are, and I just don't think that they can take me out my zone like that. Maybe season one, but now that I'm me and Mike have been the longest running couple in the franchise. We're on our 6th season here. There's nothing you're gonna say to be able to disrupt me. My crown doesn't fall off that easy.
I love that. Mike, would you like to add to that?
Yeah, all I have to say is that surprisingly, we don't get hollered at as much. I think we display loyalty so much that people don't even waste their time to slide in the inbox. And the ones that do want to be my wife's sugar daddy.
Wait, if
You know
someone
what I
sends
mean?
into his inbox, they just slide right over to me because I'm like, hey, I'll slip right in.
But at the end of the day, it's like I, I I think they support us more than anything. I think people see what we have and they live vicariously through us. I mean, I've had people say that. I have people say, "Oh, I got me a jail boyfriend because of you," and I've had people say, "Hey, you need to find me someone," and send me pictures of guys and like, "Hey, is this guy? Can you talk to him and see if he's I mean, what? This is crazy." But I know they're doing it out of like out of
Admiration.
admiration and having faith because I mean you have to have faith going into a relationship with someone in jail. It's not easy. And I think that there's a lot that's not highlighted on our relationship before the show. And if we TV was smart, they'd focus on that. They'd find a way to sit Justine and I down and kind of dig into those crates because I mean, there's a lot of good stuff there, a lot of stuff we went through, and I mean, that just shows how strong and resilient the relationship really is.
What do you hope people take away from watching your story this season, especially those navigating love and redemption after hard times?
I think they take that no relationship is perfect. Everyone goes through financial, even rich people go through financial issues. Like it's something that is a thing, especially in our time now. So you're gonna see that. You're gonna see us argue a little bit, like every other couple, but then you're also gonna see all the love that radiates out of us too. You know what I mean? So, like I said, everyone says that what we have is beautiful, and I think that those words are what keep us going sometimes because it's like, I mean, it's otherworldly. I tell her all the time, like, the way I fell in love with her and the way that everything happened between us, if God wasn't in the mix, it would have never happened. The strength came from God. So, it's different. It really is different.